Did we get it? Welcome to Gybe Talking, your home for the best of the content of the Volvo Ocean Race, and we're coming to you from race headquarters in Alicante. This is going to be your one-stop shop for all the things that you might have missed over the last week from this, the most iconic leg of the Volvo Ocean Race. It's been a big one, the marathon, from Auckland into the Southern Ocean, round Cape Horn, and then up to the finish line in Brazil. We've got a great competition on its way, stay tuned for that. But first of all, let's take a look at what's coming up in today's show.
Holy what? Everything.
Right, here's a quick quiz to test your knowledge of the Volvo Ocean Race. Cape Horn, is it 50 degrees south, 55 degrees south, or 60 degrees south? Let us know. More people have got to the top of Mount Everest than raced round Cape Horn. Bagging it is on the bucket list for every good adventurer, and doing so gets you into a very exclusive club indeed. You can get an earring in your left ear, you can eat your dinner with both elbows on the table, you can get a tattoo if that is your thing. But we have got some very wet and windy miles ahead of us before the sailors get there. So let's take a look back at an incredible start to leg 7 back in Auckland last weekend.
Tension building, anticipation high. Vestas got to tack out. Real tight in the pin. Well, here they go, the one they want to win, but the leg the sailors fear the most, around Cape Horn to Itajaí, Brazil.
All on between Manfred Brunel and Dongfong. Lots to play for on the left-hand side. Of course, on the right-hand side here, we've got Axel Nobel leading in.
Brunel having to tack out of that bad situation. Looks like the two red boats, current leaders in first and second. Brunel ducking underneath.
It's going to be very, very close at the top mark.
Big
so
duck, big,
so close.
yeah, huge duck, and turn the tide of plastic. Yeah, come right back into it. They almost got around the leaders, Manfred. Vestas crossed over the front of Dongfong. Vestas now crossing over Brunel with a spectacular backdrop. First around the windward mark for the leg departure to Itajaí, Brazil. It's Manfred. In second place, it's Vestas 11th Hour Racing. And third around the windward mark, Dongfong race team. Wow, exciting racing. So leading around the leeward mark, holding off all comers, but it hasn't been easy. Manfred, second around the leeward mark. Dongfong race team, keeping the pressure on. It's Brunel in third. Tight cross, real tight cross between the two red boats. It's not a cross. Dongfong have got to duck behind Manfred, and that was very close indeed. It looks like we've got a jumper on Vestas 11th Hour Racing. Oh, very nice.
Oh, that was a good one. I mean,
Brilliant sailing here, and what a scene for everybody here in Auckland. Love it, love it.
Did you know there's a way for you to do the Volvo Ocean Race but keep your feet dry? Well, unless you want to play it in the bath, the virtual Volvo Ocean Race game. Thousands of skippers from across the world are out racing alongside the boats on leg 7, desperate for the win in the most iconic leg of all.
Welcome to Conrad's Crew Communicator Corner. This is the section where we bring you all of the content coming raw and unfiltered directly from the sailors' pockets. How do they do that? Well, the OBRs on board are sending awesome images back using beasts like this. However, just by tweeting out photos and little comments about their daily life on board, we get the inside perspective. So let's get into it. Lucas Chapman here, lining up for his first dive into the South Pacific, talking about the fact that he had a super intense inshore section, and frankly, the departure from Auckland City in the Hauraki Gulf is one of the best ways to start a race, and the fact that they're diving into the South Pacific is just the cherry on the cake. Tamara Echegoyen, first-time Volvo Ocean Racing sailor, making an incredible reference to Sir Peter Blake, the legend of this race. So, as she says, he says, you'll hate it. You'll absolutely despise the fact that you're involved, and when you get to the finish, you'll know why. It's because there's nothing like it. It gets in the blood, and you can't get rid of it. Words coming straight from history from an old school sailor into a first-time Volvo Ocean Racing sailor, but clearly the current is passing from one generation to the next. Bernardo Freitas here with an incredible photo of clean seas turn the tide on plastic going past Piercy Island. In my childhood, this was one of my favorite spots in the world. The hole in the rock is actually big enough to drive a boat through, but maybe not a Volvo 65, so a good thing they went around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. Personally, I love this photo from Kyle Langford. He's got the crew of Team Brunel in there, but nobody's wearing gloves, even though they're down in the South Pacific. And then you've got Blair Took that goes, hey, what's up, bro? No gloves for you. So a little bit of give and take between current race leaders, Maffrey, and then looking back, Martin Kurazori here, OBR on board Dongfeng Race Team, sending in a little snapshot of his daily life. So remember, they work down in the back of the boat in the dark, furiously editing videos all day long when they're not in their bunk sleeping, right? So anyway, great shot from Martin. Well done for sending through great content with the boat jumping up and down, going so fast. If a picture can tell 1,000 words, then well, 4 seconds of video can tell even more. Bianca Cook giving us a brief snapshot here of the fact that she loves her very, very, very wet job out in the Southern Pacific. Normally, the Crew Communicator Corner is all about the raw story coming directly from the boats. However, we've made an exception this time because we've got Gary at Sailing Samurai who's sending in this beautifully heartwarming photo of his new child getting hooked on the race. Well done, Gary. That's been all from the Crew Communicator Corner this week. Don't forget to check out all of our accounts on social media because the information and photos and stories are coming in every single day. But we'll see you next week.
So the current Sorry Not Sorry world champion is Annalise Murphy.
Yeah.
You've got 11 knots.
11?
In 90 seconds. So, does that make you less confident or more confident?
Yeah, I don't think I can do that.
Not paying.
I'm starting cheating.
So Alex, any final words before we start?
No final words.
Just want to get into go. Spell scallywag backwards.
Holy moly, what? Gyllylc.
How many times have the race been to Auckland?
Mate, 15?
To your coffee.
Coffee.
If you were to say what would you be?
Cyclist.
What's your favourite Disney film?
Buzz Lightyear, what's that one? What is that one?
Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story, that one.
Are you usually late, early, or right on time?
Late.
What's your favourite rainy days or summer sunshine?
Summer, sunshine.
What's your favourite animal?
Oh, I don't know, lion.
What's the noise a lion makes?
Rawr.
Favourite movie?
Born Supremacy.
What's the capital of Belgium?
I don't know. Brussels.
Three ingredients in eggs Benedict.
Eggs. Milk. Cream.
Where's your tibia bone?
My knee.
What's next to low better?
Water.
You've got 5 seconds. Name 3 Tom Hanks films.
Oh, what's the one when he's on the island? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Maybe I could do 10.
You beat Marie Ryu, that's 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're not,
That's pretty good.
You're not the worst.
Not bad stats. I can lift those numbers. It's harder than you think. I nominate David Witt for the Sorry Not Sorry challenge.
It's that time again when we ask you to caption some of the best, the most stunning images that we get off the boat. Last time we asked you to caption this image here. We got some fantastic responses through our social media challenge, but it's a new week and we have a new challenge for you. Take a look at this. What we want you to do is come up with the funniest or most original caption you can. Reply to this post with it and we'll be sharing the best over the next week. Well, that's it for now. Don't forget to check out all the unbelievable action on this Southern Ocean leg. You're going to want to keep your eyes glued to our social media channels and the website. It's going to be a very tight race. The fleet are within a whisker of each other. We're going to leave you with one of our most popular videos of the week. A shout out to the incredible females in the race. Olympic medalists, record breakers, inspirational figures. There is a female on every boat in the fleet for the first time ever.
We live in a world where everything is retouched,
cropped, edited,
resized, photoshopped, filtered.
But where we go, none of that matters.
In the Volvo Ocean Race,
there is no filter.
Growing up, I was often the only girl in my sailing classes.
And I was told that I wasn't heavy enough or strong enough like the boys, so I couldn't be competing with them.
So all my life people have been telling me that I'm crazy and that what I'm doing is impossible.
You're often underestimated, not really taken very seriously.
I think being a girl or being a boy is not the point. It's about what you do, what you perform on the water.
People always ask me how tough the Volvo Ocean Race is.
Just as mentally challenging, if not more, than it is physically challenging.
You eat and you're still racing, you sleep and you're still racing.
And there's definitely times where you question yourself, why on earth am I out here?
In some of your dark moments, you're definitely questioning if you're tough enough, smart enough, fit enough to even be there.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
When you're on the water, the only thing that matters is how fast you're going.
When I leave the dock and I step on the boat, a light switch goes.
I grew up with boys and I had many men idols, but it wasn't until recently that I started having female idols.
The fact that we get to inspire the next sailors is really special. I just hope that we're doing a good job.